We Said It.
Hi, hello, welcome to another episode of Now We Said It. I'm your host, Quisha. How y'all doing today? I'm good, y'all. I am feeling refreshed by both the episodes of Potomac and Salt Lake City. My recap of Salt Lake City will be up tomorrow, so please be on the lookout for that. I will be recapping Salt Lake City, y'all. I just have to. I mean, after watching the first episode, I was like, there is no way I am not going to talk about this show. You know what I'm saying? So Salt Lake City is a must. Now, before we get into the recap of Potomac, of course, I want to talk about a little bit of tea pertaining to Salt Lake City. I don't know if y'all heard about the gossip on the streets, but if you're listening to this podcast, you're clearly a Housewives fan. I think we've all heard the story by now of Mary marrying her step-grandfather. What they say on the show is that her grandmother put it in her will that he marry one of his granddaughters. I've been hearing tell that was never in her will. I mean, so you mean, listen, if it was in the will or not, I'm not marrying my step-granddaddy. No, you had sex with my grandma. No, I want no parts of it. Also, I saw on the gossip page Dumas. If y'all don't follow Dumas on Instagram, what are you doing? All the tea is in the stories, of course. They also have a Facebook page, which I am a member of. I love the tea. Dumas posted a story and there was not much detail to it, so I'm not going to put too much on it. I'm just passing this tea on to y'all so you can file it away just in case something comes of it, because y'all will have gotten the inside tip, okay? So basically on Dumas, somebody posted a story saying that, oh, this Potomac housewife is already cheating on her new husband. That is so clearly about Candice. I am so interested in that. And if she is cheating on Chris, my heart will be so broken. He is the only good man on this show right now. I don't think I have much other tea for y'all regarding the Housewives. I think that's it. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this recap. So this is season 5, episode 16, and it is called Picking Sides. This episode was a doozy. This was a good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I watched it twice, okay? We start off where we left off last week, which is in the middle of the Jamal living in the phone conversation between Gizelle and Karen. Karen said, I said what I said, he lives in the phone, which is very true. No lie has been told by Karen. Karen again was the star of the episode, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Gizelle gets in her confessional and says Karen only spills the tea about her personal life when she's drunk. She never says anything about her personal life. I don't find that to be true. Yes, in the first couple of seasons, but I would say last season and this season, Karen's been a little bit more forthcoming about her relationship struggles with Ray. Gizelle is the one that's keeping everything under lock and key. We don't know nothing about her. Every new season, she's got a new man. And by the time the season's over, they are done. We never hear anything about them ever again. So I think she's talking about herself in that aspect. So then that conversation just pretty much goes away. And then they start asking Robyn about, like, when is she going to get married? Karen... Of course, Karen doesn't know that Juan is planning on proposing to Robyn. So Karen is just out here just spilling the tea. She was like, well, I saw on Giselle's Instagram story that she was in front of a jewelry store. And I was like, oh, well, Juan is joining Gizelle at the jewelry store. Gizelle tried to lie and cover it up by saying, oh, I felt cute, so I wanted somebody to take like a little Instagram story of me. Karen says she sees that you can clearly see Gizelle is lying. And I know Gizelle is lying because she did not, in fact, look cute in that outfit. She had some sort of like fur vest situation. That outfit was not cute. It was not Instagram story worthy. Lies. So I have a question. Do they just save every housewives stories from Instagram and like their posts and stuff? Because who had that post to show in the episode? Because they flashed back and they showed us the Instagram story in question. Who saved that? Does Bravo just automatically save every housewife story? I need to know, because that was not anything worth saving. So somebody had saved that story. Who's in charge of the Instagram management? Who's in charge of managing the Instagram saving at Bravo? Kudos to that man or woman, because who would have known to save that? Not that outfit, honey. We need to forget that. Robyn pretty much says the ball is in Juan's court. She says she's not about to propose to him, and she doesn't really want to make him jump through hoops because the basketball season just started up and he's so busy, so she's not putting too much on it. You know Robyn wants to marry him so bad, and I mean, I guess I wish them the best, but I don't really know I don't really know what to say about Robyn and Juan. If he does propose, congratulations, but I'm not here for it. Now, luckily, Robyn has been bringing it this season. She didn't even need the Juan storyline. She's bringing it on her own without that boring behind storyline. So then they chug their poncha and they head out. They're like, oh, so how are we getting, back down the hill? Because I believe they took the ski lift thing. I don't want to call it a ski lift, but y'all know that little, I don't know, I already forgot. The cable car. They took the cable car up the hill, right? So now they have to take a toboggan down the hill. The toboggans looked a lot of fun. I would love to ride on a toboggan. They looked really fun. But y'all know these are elders and they are scared. Even Wendy said Karen has fragile bones. So, it might not be safe for Karen to get on a toboggan. Honey, Karen was living her best life on that toboggan. Karen on the toboggan goes, woo, we're on a toboggan in Portland. Woody was like, bitch, we're in Portugal. Karen, I love Karen so much. So then they head to a market, and Karen, again, they're trying like all kinds of food and stuff, and Karen goes, ever since I swallowed whatever that was, my throat's never been the same. And then we see Ashley and Candice awkwardly talking about having kids. Candice sees like a little baby apron and she goes, oh, that would look so cute on a little girl. And Ashley's like, oh, so you want a little girl? And Candice like, yeah, first. And then there was this awkward pause and Candice like looks off in the distance like, get me the hell out of this conversation. There's still tension in their friendship, which of course we find out later in the episode, but Candice didn't know. Ashley says that she's surprised that Candice is talking to her about having kids. Candice was surprised too because Candice's face was like, I don't want to be here in this conversation with you right now. Then Gizelle pulls Karen to the side to pretty much tell her to hush her mouth about the proposal stuff. Gizelle was like, if Juan was going to propose to Robyn, why would you ruin it for Robyn by continuously bringing it up? And Karen was like, oh, got it. Thank you for the tea. Have a good day. Karen basically... Gizelle pretty much confirmed. Gizelle is so bad at being like secretive and sneaky. This again comes into play later on in the episode with the whole prank situation, but Gizelle is not good with she's not good at being secretive. Her face tells it all, and then she wants to tell people so bad. She was like, Karen can't hold water. Neither can you, girl. So Karen says, thank you for the tea, and she sachets away. And then the ladies head back to the hotel. They're getting changed for dinner. They go downstairs. Gizelle and Ashley are downstairs first. Gizelle orders a dirty martini. Ashley orders a red wine. Gizelle spills the tea to Ashley about the prank. They're going to put like fake spiders and snakes in Wendy's bed. Gizelle went up to the hotel lobby at the front desk and she finagled Wendy's room key out of the front desk. And she pretty much says, we're going to sneak up in Wendy's room and we're going to put these in the bed. She then go ahead and spills the tea about Juan proposing to Ashley. See, this is exactly the thing. She's like, Karen can't hold water and I need an ally. Bitch, so you picked Ashley? She was like, Ashley can keep a secret. No, she can't. And neither can you. I don't know who Juan should have told that he wanted to propose. I mean, I guess Gizelle is the best person because she's quote unquote Robyn's best friend, but Gizelle can't keep a secret either. Clearly. She already told Karen and Ashley. Yeah. Karen comes down and orders tea. Gizelle was like, so you're not going to drink at all on this trip? Karen is being very careful not to get drunk around these messy hoes. She knows she doesn't want to spill any more tea to these bitches, so she's on her P's and Q's and drinking her teas. Now, I will say this. Gizelle looked cute that night. Okay? That's the only time she looked cute. She had on this like little African print dress. Ashley looked gorgeous with her new mom boobs. Ashley looked beautiful in her dress too. The titties was out and up. Everybody looked good, except I did not love Candice's outfit. I didn't love it. It was very shoulder paddy and it was too much going on. It looked a little bit too big for her. I wasn't feeling it. And Robyn had on a romper and I guess it's okay for Robyn. So the ladies head over to dinner. They're all sitting down. They bring them appetizers, which had like 3 different kinds of butter. I'm all the way here for some butter. And they're passing out the menus on like little clipboards. And I just heard somebody said, okay, clipboard. I don't know why that made me laugh. It just did. Just somebody just trying to think of something to say. Okay, clipboard. I think that was Gizelle. They get on the conversation again of motherhood, and Candice says that she thinks she's finally ready to start trying to have kids, which was very sweet. I'm still trying to come around to that myself, girl. I'm still struggling. I think I want kids, y'all. I'm leaning towards yes, but they're all happy for her. Now Candice says, okay, now listen, if this is a thing that got you to realize that you want kids, I guess, but she says going through the whole Monique situation made her realize she can get through anything. Girl, you are acting like, she's acting like she like got over a close death in the family or something, or you know, a huge struggle in life. You just got beat up, that's all. It happens. Anyway, but she said that pretty much made her realize that she's able to care for people. I guess I wasn't too clear on the explanation of that. I just think she wants to keep talking about the Monique situation. I feel so bad for Monique. She is not being shown in like what the last 4 episodes. We really haven't seen much of Monique. It's a little unfair. It's a little unfair the way they're doing her like that. I mean, they can at least show her life a little bit and what she has going on. But to be honest, I don't really want to see that. Just show me T'Challa. Let him film everything. Get some nice overhead scenes, drone footage type vibe. So then Ashley brings up to Candice. She brings up the situation that was, I believe, last year about how Candice didn't take Ashley's pain and grieving over her miscarriage seriously. And then we show a flashback of Candice basically saying she doesn't buy the tears, like the fake non-tears that Ashley was given when she was talking about her miscarriage. That was very wrong of Candice. You can't tell somebody how to grieve, and you can't look at somebody and be like, I'm not buying it. You don't seem sad enough. Like, she lost a baby. Of course she's upset. Like, that was very wrong of Candice, but they seemingly had moved on from it. And I was watching this like, why is she bringing this up? I bet she's bringing this up to validate the fact that she wrote that statement for Monique. And wouldn't you know it? During Ashley going after Candice, Gizelle brought it up. Gizelle was like, don't you remember what you were like before you had a baby? And Ashley was like, what? And she was like, you were like her. And Candice was like, what do you mean? Then they show the flashback of Ashley acting a damn fool. Y'all, if you don't know, Ashley was so messy in the earlier seasons before she had the baby. Like, even up until last season, Ashley was the messiest. She was pulling up dirt on everybody, trying to expose Juan for cheating, like just like going after Robyn and Juan so hard, and even going after Karen and Ray, trying to spill the tea that Karen said that she doesn't like Ray's old dick and stuff like that. And yeah, Robyn was like, yeah, let's not forget how you came so hard for me and my family. And Ashley was like, yeah, but did I attack you on social media? And Robyn was like, well, listen, that's a character flaw, okay? Candice was like, thank you, Robyn. Honey, that was not a compliment. So it's like, Ashley, talking about that karma train, that's that karma train coming back for you. Everything you did to everybody else is coming back to you via Candice. So then Karen brings up she opens up a little bit to the women, and she says how she's happy that Ray finally acknowledged and thanked her for soldiering up for him and helping him get out of his tax issues. So Robyn was like, so what does Ray want? And Karen was like, he wants more time with me, and he wants me to go back to being the aggressor. I guess Karen was attacking the D back in the day. She was aggressive, going after the sex that she wanted, and Ray says he wants that again. Karen says she'll work on that, but she wants him to meet her halfway. Like, you gotta show me you want this tan clitoris. When Gizelle, earlier in the episode, when Gizelle was saying how Karen always spills the tea when she's drunk, they showed a flashback that we never saw before of Karen back at the lake house. Why didn't they show this clip before? This was a beautiful clip. Karen drunkenly saying, I have a beautiful, wonderful, tanned clitoris. Like, girl, what? Then they get back onto the Candice kid conversation, and Ashley basically is wanting an apology. Again, she wants another apology. Basically, she just says she's still not over it, basically. What is the apology going to do for you, sis? She already apologized, and so Candice even apologized again. In Ashley's face, she still wasn't satisfied. So what do you want Candice to do? She wants Candice to feel the pain via that statement that she wrote for Monique. Ashley had been holding on to that, just like Robyn said. She was waiting for the opportunity, waiting, and that statement, she let it all out. Everybody at the table was like, why are you still harping on this, Ashley? Robyn's face was like, what? Like, why are we talking about this? Even Ken was like, I don't want to keep going back in the past. And that is exactly what Ashley was doing. Then they head back to the hotel and start setting up the prank for Wendy. Wendy stays downstairs with Candice and Karen, and Gizelle makes up a lie, which was so fake. You can tell on her face. It's just she's not good at it. She goes, I'm having a wardrobe malfunction, and these two ladies are going to help me, so we're going to go upstairs. Everybody's like, okay. Like, girl, that's not the lie to tell. It's just like in her face. Also, her outfit looked fine, so what's wrong with the outfit? The ladies are downstairs drinking poncha, and Karen's sipping on her tea. And they go upstairs and they set up the room or whatever. And it turns out they said they're going to hide in the closet and try to pop out and scare her. Okay. So they get the room set up. Gizelle texts Candice, hey, we're ready. Bring Wendy upstairs, which was perfect timing because Wendy was like, where are they? I need to go back upstairs. I need to pump. And Candice was like, okay, well, let's just go upstairs and you can pump and then we'll come back downstairs or something. So they get upstairs. Wendy gets into her room. She's in her bedroom, like taking off her shoes, and you can hear like snickering coming from the closet. Like, what the fuck? Y'all can't even be quiet. Wendy was like, who is in my closet? So she goes to open the closet and they pop out. She got kind of scared, but not really, because it's like I could hear y'all. So then basically Wendy hits them with this, so what y'all about to do? AKA get the hell out my room. They leave and they ask a producer, oh, is a producer around so they can watch on the monitor? Which I was like, okay, y'all breaking the fourth wall a little bit. So we show the women, they're like in the hallway or something, and they're watching Wendy on the producer monitor. And basically they're like, oh, we're watching the show. I just thought it was so cute, little fourth wall exposed tease. And they see Wendy, she pulls back the covers and she gets scared. Now listen, y'all, that would have brought me to tears. Okay. I'm just thinking about that like in my head, like y'all would have been so scared. Like it's not even funny. I would have cried. I ain't even a lot of y'all like that. So that was actually cute when she pulled back the covers. That was actually very funny. So it's the next day and she met Gizelle down by the pool and she's showing Gizelle the pictures from the hat photo shoot. I do want to say this, Robyn looks so beautiful without makeup. I was like, yes, skin, give it to me. Now, they are going over the pictures. They saying, oh, everybody looks nice. This person looks good. Then they get to Karen's photos. And Robyn said, Karen's photos are challenging for me. Robyn said, this is a problem. So pretty much they say, basically Karen is too old for the brand, which I do not agree with. They could have used the two pictures that they showed us on the screen. Those pictures looked fine. At least give Karen those two little pics now. She looked all right. To be honest, none of the pictures look good if you ask me. Candice looked the best, I guess. But they all, I don't know. I think it was the coloring was off. Anyway. It's not the me child. Robyn says that Karen opening up made her feel like she was actually getting to know Karen. And then they get on to talking about what does Karen and Ray's sex look like. I don't want to think about that, just like Gizelle said, but at least they're getting it in. Maybe. Robyn was like, I'll never forget what Karen said. We were coming back. Ray was coming to pick her up from a party and we were all drunk. And Karen said, I hate Ray's dick. And then they show Robyn in the confessional. She hates his dick. Listen, maybe she did at one point and maybe she just got that spark back. Listen, she's been looking at that dick for 30 years. She's tired. And now she's been rejuvenated, okay? You can go through periods of liking dick and not liking the dick and then comes back around and you like that dick again. She's liking the dick right now. Now, Wendy is complete goals. She's coming down to the bar in her robe and she's ordering a pina colada. Then we see Karen and Candice meeting up to talk about the dinner. Karen says she's proud of Candice and she basically says, like, let Ashley be mad and she'll get over it eventually, child. Like, let her feel this pain and get through it. She'll come around. All you can do is apologize, which she's already done twice. So it's like, listen, we can't keep doing this like this. This is too much. Then we see Ashley joining Gizelle and Robyn down by the pool, and they are asking her, so how do you feel about everything that happened last night? And Ashley was like, yeah, I know Candice is going to think it came out of nowhere. And Robyn was like, yeah, because it kind of did. To y'all, it did. not to Ashley. Ashley spills the tea to them about the statement. And Robyn was like, so pretty much your statement's going to say you went to the bathroom, you didn't see nothing, right? Ashley was like, no, she doesn't want me to write a statement about the incident. She wants me to write a statement about Candice's character. And then Robyn says, oh, so she wants you to assassinate Candice's character. And then Gizelle was like, okay, so basically you don't want a relationship with Candice then, because that's what's going to come from this. You write this statement, which she already did. Candice finds out, and Candice is not going to want to have anything to do with you. Ashley was like, well, if that's how she sees it, then that's how it is. Ashley, you know damn well Candice is going to be so mad about that when she finds out about that statement. That is so hurtful. And then Robyn says, I would rather you write a statement about how good of a person Monique is instead of how bad of a person Candice is. And I actually agree with that. Like, why don't you talk about how good of a mother Monique is, since you say the reason you're writing the statement is because she's a mom and she has kids and she doesn't want to, you don't want to see her go to jail, then write a statement in her favor for her character instead of putting somebody else down. I do agree with that, but Ashley wanted to get back at Candice, so she was ready, child. She was ready to talk about Candice. And then pretty much Gizelle said the same thing that I said last week, is that she was writing that statement because she feel like she owes Monique because of the butt grabbing incident. Then Gizelle spills some tea and says that allegedly Monique had footage of the butt grabbing incident and she got rid of the footage. So who took the footage? Was it a Bravo camera or was it like Monique's personal camera? I'm confused because I think if Bravo had the footage, we would see it. So I'm thinking maybe she's talking about like Monique and maybe had like a personal camera, like her own, videographer or something there. And she allegedly, according to Gizelle, got rid of that butt-grabbing evidence. That would make sense because maybe Ashley in her mind knows that Michael did grab that butt. Seeing how Monique never released the footage, Ashley probably feels like maybe she has a copy somewhere, or I really need to prove myself and thank her for not releasing that footage. That makes a lot of sense. But listen, you can't believe everything Gizelle says, okay? Like, I'm just saying, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but it's in my head. I'm thinking about it now. So Gizelle was like, okay, so what did you say in your statement then? And Ashley was like, I basically said that things transpired, last year, and I experienced firsthand Candice's aggression, with the whole butter knife situation. And this was all happening while I was trying to have a baby, so it was very stressful for me. So then they say, this is really going to hurt Candice. And you guys aren't going to have a friend. You guys aren't going to have any kind of relationship. And Ashley basically said she doesn't care. I had a feeling that Candice and Ashley weren't going to really have an authentic friendship. It's just something about their energy and the way they are with each other. It's not adding up. They don't seem to mesh well being friends with each other. I just feel like Ashley is, I'm not going to say she's in the wrong for writing that statement. I'm just going to say it wasn't her place to write the statement, because especially if she was trying to get on the right track with Candice and she didn't see the bar fight, the wine fight, whatever you want to call it. So it's like, but she did say, I'm not speaking about that incident, I'm speaking about the incident with the butter knife. But y'all, it's a lot to take in. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. We get another very unnecessary to be continued. Listen, Bravo, y'all don't have to put a to be continued at the end of every episode. It makes it very anticlimactic when we hit the next episode and it's not really something that needed to be continued upon. Just pick up and start fresh. There doesn't need to be a to be continued after every single episode. It's getting a little ridiculous, okay? So y'all, that is the episode. What did y'all think about it? I thought this was a really, really good episode. Like, it was refreshing because I was getting a little bored, honestly, and this episode was a little bit of a like, yeah. So then we get the preview for next week and we see Candice questioning her relationship with Karen. We also see that Karen notices she's not on the Hat website. And then we see the women, they're having like a sex party, which was very fun. And we see Candice getting the news that Ashley wrote the statement. Ooh, it's gonna be a good episode. And they show Wendy standing up for Candice, saying, you were just trying to get back at her. And I think she said something like, that's snake-like. She said something like that. The snakes are clearly still on her brain, child. But that is the recap. Y'all, tell me what you thought about it. Please sound off in the comments down below. Leave me 5-star reviews. Give me thumbs up. All the positive vibes. I'm trying to grow my channel here. Share this podcast with anybody that you think would like this, that likes Housewives podcast and stuff like that. Y'all know the deal. Share me out. Get me some attention. Well, y'all, this has been another episode of Now We Said It, and I will see you next week. Bye.
But now we said it.